For years, North American League of Legends fans have been eagerly waiting for that next wave of domestic talent to breach the LCS. Although there have been flashes of greatness throughout the years, the league has never seen as many young prospects pierce the veil as it will in 2022. With 7 of the 10 teams in the league sporting at least one true rookie in their starting lineups this season, the LCS's freshman class is ready to take the league by storm. Among them, no first-year player has been generating more buzz than Evil Genius's 17-year-old phenom mid laner, Jojo Pyun. On a brisk Friday in October 2004, Joseph June Pyun was born in Toronto, Ontario. Shortly into his teenage years, Joseph would adopt the alias Jojo Pyun, a name with which he'd enter the esports arena.
I think the first game I got into was COD on the Xbox 360. That's the game that I got into, one of my first games that I actually played and tried to get good at.
Despite his rising stardom and the palpable hype surrounding his LCS debut, League of Legends wasn't Jojo Pyun's game of choice. In 2019 and 2020, at age 15, Jojo Pyun dipped his toe into open Fortnite tournaments, earning top placements over some of the game's established names including Tfue, Bugha, and others. Just 2 years after leaving the Battle Royale genre behind, though, Jojo Pyun would transform from semi-pro to full-blown professional, earning a starting role on Evil Genius's League of Legends roster.
Basically, I just started playing League for fun, and then just casually with friends and stuff. But after I got really good at it, and I realized I can have potential, that's when that struck me as, oh, I can actually become really good at this game and see how far this game takes me.
After turning 17 just a few months prior to making his debut, Jojo Pyun enters the LCS as the league's youngest player. In fact, at just 17 years and 127 days of age, Jojo Pyun is among the youngest debutants of all time to make his first appearance on the LCS stage.
And so really when I'm able to bring him into Academy and start analyzing him a little bit, from a personal perspective, I think there were so many tremendous qualities I saw in this young man that I could say, hey, this guy is already ready for the LCS. It has a lot to do with even emotional maturity, because I think when you jump up to the LCS, you're usually dealing with older players, and it can be a struggle for these younger players to even voice their opinion with, players who have won world championships. That's pretty difficult to have that conversation as a new player.
Let's try to steal.
Yep.
Okay.
We have RSQ too.
They stop it. I'm coming. I'm still coming.
Maybe.
Yeah, just walk. Team walk. They're gonna look. Nice. We got it.
Leave.
Oh, fuck, he's mine.
Okay. But we can look fast enough. No, I can look. Oh,
They're
yeah.
out outside.
I'm helping you through that.
No, we got it. Kind of from that point, it started to indicate to me, hey, this is probably a really special piece. He's super sociable. I can plug and play him into many different rosters, and he's going to get along with his teammates very well. So his externalities, more or less, were extremely promising compared to that of other young players who could be perhaps a little more reserved and shy in the way they communicate in a team setting.
Starting the season on any sports team as a true rookie is a high honor. Even in traditional sports, for an organization to place their hopes in a first-time player from the jump is very rare. In League of Legends, it takes players with exceptional talents to get the call to action as soon as they're eligible. For Jojo Pyun, the opportunity to lead Evil Geniuses from the very beginning of the 2022 season is an undertaking the young star does not take lightly, not just for his own org, but the other young players around him. And it's not like Evil Geniuses' trust in Jojo Pyun is completely on a whim. After developing the budding star in the academy scene throughout 2021, the org saw plenty of evidence as to why he's ready for the biggest stage in North American League of Legends. It's obvious that Evil Geniuses has placed an immense amount of trust into Jojo Pyun. And even though EG has laid out the red carpet for him to be the franchise player, that kind of faith comes with immeasurable responsibilities.
But it's also a very scary jump to make as an org to have that much faith in a player. Obviously, EG is doing that with Jojo this year, and we already see that it's paying off, and the public will see soon enough.
But those massive expectations aren't shouldered alone by the first-year up-and-comer. With one of the strongest support systems in the league, Jojo Pyun will have every tool in the shed at his disposal when he makes his regular season debut. From former league MVPs to literal world champions, Jojo Pyun has a laundry list of proven talent around him to ease his way into LCS stardom. One such teammate is his jungler, former LEC Summer MVP and rogue hotshot Inspire, who's looking to use his own experiences as a stepping stone for Jojo Pyun to jumpstart his own path to greatness.
I want to work well with Jojo. I think that's the biggest goal for this year. I think if I will help him with the more like knowledge stuff in the game and he will just play his game well, I think we can be the best mid jungler and we can carry most of the games. So I think that will be a big goal for me, just to look at the game from also mid perspective, so he maybe doesn't need to do that much thinking and I can like lead the game for both me and him. And I think that will be like the biggest focus for me for now.
From a Rookie of the Year winner in Danny to a dynasty building world champion in Impact to a 2-time LCS champion in Vulcan, EG has an arsenal of like-minded, hungry players that have bought into the vision laid out by the organization. Across Jojo Pyun's 4 teammates, Evil Geniuses boasts 6 LCS championships, 6 Worlds appearances, and 17 All-Pro accolades. With this lineup of all-stars around him, Jojo Pyun has been given the most receptive cushion possible as he takes his first steps into the spotlight of the LCS stage. Other players of his caliber and potential can only dream of having such a stacked lineup to assist in his rise to stardom, a lineup that was precisely calculated by Evil Genius's front office. For Evil Geniuses, young players like Danny and Jojo Pyun are where the organization has banked on a high ceiling, whereas proven pieces like Inspired, Vulcan, and Impact represent the lineup's incredibly high floor. While other players continue to mull in the academy scene, bouncing between levels of professional play endlessly, Jojo Pyun was handed the keys to the castle on day one.
Really look at our play style and understand that this is probably a group that could actually contend on the world stage eventually. I think, with how North America specifically approaches League, and I think you can even see this from Jojo's remarks and whatnot, there's a lot of passiveness when North American teams are playing the game. And that is not an acceptable way to play the game outside of North America. The rest of the world is playing really hyper-aggressive plays. Games are ending between 25, 30 minutes, something around there. And you see this average game time decreasing over time, which I think is another interesting discussion even, because to me it's indicating a faster paced game, which is going to basically create more of a snowball effect within the game, and essentially games are just going to be more fast-paced. And so you're really looking for those high mechanical players who are going to get stuff to happen. And so, with Jojo, with Inspired, Vulcan, these are players who want to be proactive on the map. They want to get stuff done. And I think this is very important in North America because this is how we're going to actually contend on the world stage.
And although Jojo Pyun may not be the king just yet, all of the pieces are in place for him to ascend to his rightful place on the throne. Jojo Pyun's fast track to the LCS has outpaced other older players who have only dreamed of reaching the heights of the big stage at such a high speed rate. And he's nowhere close to finished. In fact, he's setting big goals for himself and his team, with his eyes set on the 2022 World Championship.
I mean, at the least, I want to make Worlds. I think it's definitely doable if we just keep improving and not plateau. Because, a lot of times in teams, even in like anything, if they win a lot, they get lazy and they stop, trying their hardest. So I think if we just keep improving and keep having a improving mindset, I think we can make it to Worlds easily. And my other goals is to do well in Worlds too. So not only just to go to Worlds, but to make it out of group stage and to perform well.
With international play on his mind, Jojo Pyun is gunning for greatness in his first season in the LCS. And whether he realizes it or not, the success of Evil Genius's grand plans will start and end with him. Thanks for watching. For more gaming-related content, subscribe to the Esports YouTube channel to stay up to date.